And now it's time for the latest exciting episode of Doz's Television Workshop.
Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop. Adrian Black would call this a super mini mail call. I'm going to call it an SSMS. That's somebody sent me something. Okay, small box. It's arrived from a very nice chap called Simon, who excellent purveyor of phonographic cartridges. I think he modifies them as well. I'm not really sure, but he's a super chap. And what have we got? It says NAD on it. I hope I haven't just carved into the box with my scalpel. No, I think we're all right. Right. What have we got? We have a NAD phono preamplifier, PP2, £49.99. Low noise, wideband, MM and MC stage. Oh, I know what this is. Yep, that's a Valhalla in distressed condition. He did contact me about that and say he'd like that rebuilt, so we'll do that for him, no problem. I believe it's currently working, so that's something. Bless him, he sent me the switch as well, which is essential. I shall do that later on. Just jiffy bags, I think. And yeah, we've got a note. Working Valhalla recap to ensure good ongoing performance in life. Phono stage reported as suddenly not working. Don't spend too much time on it if it's a lost hope. Thanks, Simon. That's lovely. Right, well, just Valhalla's just going to be a run-of-the-mill cap change, isn't it? So let's have a look at this preamp. External 24-volt power supply. What's the betting? Right. All the polystyrene is in good condition. Yeah, okay. It's a sweet little thing, isn't it? NAD Electronics, Ontario, Canada. Very nice. 24 volts DC at 100 milliamps. What's the betting? That's our problem. Is the power supply is US. 24 DC, 100 milliamps. Right. I'm just going to find somewhere suitable to plug that in. Just going to have to go in that one. Right. Let us see. And that's not going to fit, is it? I shall use the leg of a resistor to make a centre pin. .37 volts. You'd sort of expect that offload from a little transformer like that. So yeah, the power supply is all right. Interesting. So, and we've got a green light to say we're working, but presumably then we are not. Right, okay. It's not the power supply. I'm going to need the little test amplifier. There we go. Made out of a gutted digital radio. It was horrible. Just got to lose the Quantec for a second. And we are going to need a phono lead. At least one phono lead. Right. So these are the inputs, this is the output. So we'll check the right hand side first. So put that in there. Give it some oomph. And just see if we get a buzz when we touch the input. Be the simplest solution. Rather than getting a turntable out. What do we set to? Moving coil. So I reckon that's working. Let's try the left. I think I may have identified a problem. I think that socket's pushed through, so electrically it's working, but I think that one socket may have pushed through. We're still on the left, aren't we? So, yeah, that's good. That had a lot more buzz than the left-hand channel. I think we're good. Well, I don't know what the problem was. How disappointing. It's going to make a super short video, isn't it? Maybe I should go and get a turntable and see if it functions properly. Let's do that, shall we? Right, we've got one of Birmingham sound reproducer's finest hours on the bench, and the awful test record from the workshop. This is Sydney Divine. Apparently we'll only put it up for a second because we'll get shot for copyright. So that's working. However, we'll check the other channel, and that channel is dead. So we've got no right hand channel. Just to prove the point, I'm going to swap over the inputs. Still nothing on that one. And now there's nothing on that one. Oh, have I actually got a broken beezer? What is going on? Well, that's working. Don't tell me the left-hand lead has gone open. Oh, Amazon Basics, have you let me down? No, now we're all working. I think we need to sort these sockets out. Yeah, that's working fine. Okay, so I think these sockets, they don't feel right in the back of the unit here when we just insert the phono plugs. So I think we need to take it apart and make sure they're okay. Right, let's do that. How do we get into it? We're going to want to take those securing screws out from the rear panel here. Those undoubtedly just hold the phono sockets to the back there. Three of those. Oops. What's the better? We've got some screws under there. We have indeed. We've got 4 rubber feet. What sort of screws are they? 6 keys. Fair enough. What do we reckon? Something about that big? Nope. It's smaller than that. That's perfect. Right. There we go. So I'm guessing this slides apart somehow. It's not keen. I mean, that's got to be it, isn't it? That's going to be fitted to the front. It's got to come out the back. Oh, trouble is, it's been there for years. We're starting to open up a gap, I think. Let's get a persuader in that. Be a bit careful so I don't mark the case. There she goes. We're going. Right. There we have it. Now you'd think that'd be glued, wouldn't you? Crumbs. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Let me come in a little bit. Alright, you are up there. We may need to adjust you a shade. That's better. I'll bring you back. Can you see how badly warped that board is? It's got a right curve on. So that's not going to be aiding our cause at all, is it? Right, let's take the board out. They're not, well, they are the same type of sockets, but they're not the ones where the centre contact pushes out the back. So that's not going to be our problem here. But looking at the state of this board, wouldn't be surprised if we've got some issues with our solder. (2002), 21 years old, look. 24th of the 9th. Right, we've got an earth to deal with, but let's have a look and see what we can see. Let's put a bit of light on the subject. That's better. Right. This is the bit where you get to see a shot of the back of my head, I suspect. Yes, there are numerous horrible joints on here that are really not very good at all. And I suspect that's the majority of our problem. Yeah, okay. Right, we want a quick wick around with a warm iron. And you know what? I'm going to treat myself to a new tip, because that one is worn out. I must say, they do last a very good long time. There's the Metcal tip. I've been very, very impressed with Metcal over the years I've owned it. Right. And this one can sadly go in the bin, I think. Unless we keep it for abusive plastic melting projects, which is always good, because that will ruin a decent tip very quickly. Right. Iron's going on. Oh, it is luxury having a new tip, must be said. Let me take that off and get my head out of the way. So a quick solder around of all the bits the customer can get at. You know, these sockets, they do, even though they're secured to the back with a screw, they do tend to move every time something's pushed in and taken out. And that's what breaks the joints up. So some of these are most unpleasant. Have a quick look again under the magnifying thing. Yeah. And I don't know what these are doing across the back here, but they're pretty manky as well. Doesn't appear to be any broken tracks though, so that's good news. Especially when you see a board that's warped like that. Generally though, it's happened, you know, over a period of years probably. As boards sort of expanded almost, doesn't it, to bow it out like that. But yeah. Right. Well, that's looking much better. And that, I think, is an extremely simple fix. Whilst we've got it apart, we shall give the switch a quick squib of Servicol Super 10. Ta-da! Right. By the way, I'm sort of hearing rumours from certain suppliers that this stuff's on short supply. Not that I've used, you know, masses of it, but when you need a quick squirt, but if it's getting difficult to get, that's not a help, is it? Right. There we go. Let's button that back up, give it a quick test, and we'll post it back to Simon. We'll just have a quick check of those electrolytics, but I certainly don't suppose they're particularly stressed in this application. It's a linear power supply, so, you know, it's not a switch mode or anything. So, no signs of any bulging or electrolyte leakage at all, so I think we'll pronounce that fit. What I really need is a little stereo amplifier in here, permanently rigged up to those speakers. In fact, I've got one of those SMSL things somewhere. That would be a lot better, wouldn't it, than the little test amplifier? Maybe I should look at doing that. At least we could then check both channels at once. Excuse me. Wonder what the op amp is. What's the bet in it's 5532? Yeah, 5532. Finds its way everywhere. Great little amplifier. Right, let's pop the LED. Ah, it has got a bezel look. It's supposed to clip in, but it obviously, when we took it out, became unclipped. In fact, that's the answer, isn't it? We'll just take it off the board there. Put it in. Nothing we can do about that warp, really. In fact, I'd be loath to do anything about it, just in case it, yeah, just in case, you know, we crack something. Ah! Yes, this is going to be tricky, isn't it? The little bezel's not quite gripping the LED properly, probably because of all this heat shrink around it, actually. Right, let us get that in there. Oh, it's going to be a fiddle. Ah. That bit of wire is only just long enough, I think. Will it stay in the clip? No is the answer. Okay, let's put that in there. Try and straighten that out a bit. Get that in the front. Ha! Success. Brilliant. Should have tried it before I put it back together. But to be quite honest, I am that confident in it working. We haven't got an issue. Oops. The reason that's not doing it up is their Allen keys. Hex heads, there we go. Right, let's get Sydney Divine back in here and give it a test. Right, I've done what I said I was going to do. I've got this little SMSL amplifier coupled up to the workshop speakers, the preamp, and the wonderful dulcet tones of Sydney Divine. Let's just hope he's in stereo, which of course you're not going to be able to hear, but I will. Right. Oh, Sydney coming through beautifully in stereo. So, yeah, that about wraps this one up, which is good news, really. It's a quick little repair on this NAD phono preamp PP2. Oh, wonderful. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. That's it then. There it is. Quick and easy little repair to a NAD PP2. No good before, and now, oh, wonderful. Anyway, as usual, thanks very much for watching. Click like, subscribe, do all that rubbish, and I'll see you very soon here in Doz's Television Workshop. Cheers now. Bye.
Yeah.
God, you gotta love him. Look, Sydney Divine. Not my thing at all. Oh, it's even autographed. Oh.